Hello friends, good day and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be teaching how to make a mini bag. After this video, please make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Here is the design we'll be making, and what we'll be needing include a Caribbean bead or candy bead, anything you can call it, but I call it Caribbean bead. They will be needing 0.7 fishing line, our cutter, lighter or spark. Now cut your fishing line. As you can see, I've divided my own into right and left fishing line. Into the right fishing line, drop one ice break bead, one Caribbean bead, one ice break bead again. Then you are to cross or interlock with one Caribbean bead or one big bead. And this is it. This is what you are going to get after doing that. You will pull it down, pull it well. The next thing to do is to drop one small bead into each of the fishing line, right and left. Then you will cross with one big bead, the Caribbean bead. You will cross with it. Then you will pull it down. Make sure to pull it well, drag it well. After dragging, this is what you are going to get. Then you are going to drop, as you can see, I'm dragging again. You're going to drop one small bead into each of the fishing line, into the right and left fishing line. Then after doing that, you are going to interlock with one Caribbean bead and you pull it down. This is what you are going to get. You pull it well so that your work will be straight, it won't fold. After that, you are going to pick one small bead again into the right fishing line, one into the left fishing line, and you are going to interlock with one big bead, our Caribbean bead. And that is it. You pull down again, pull it well. This is what you are going to get. Also, pick one small bead into each fishing line again, into the right and the left fishing line. After doing that, you are going to interlock with one Caribbean or sweet bead or candy bead, any name you can call it. This is what you are going to get. Make sure to pull your work well, drag it well so that it will be firm. Now pick your bead again, one into each of the fishing line, small bead. Then you will interlock with one big bead. You interlock with Caribbean bead, and that is it. That is it. The next thing to do is to pick one small bead into each of the fishing line again, to the right and the left fishing line. Then you will interlock with one Caribbean bead. You will interlock with one Caribbean bead. After interlocking, you will pull down, and this is what you are going to get. That is it. The next thing to do is to pick our small bead again and drop it into each of the fishing line. Then you cross with one Caribbean bead, and that is it. To make the last part of the bead, you are going to work with the left fishing line. You will drop one small bead, one Caribbean bead, and one small bead again to interlock. Don't forget you are working with just one fishing line, which is the left fishing line, and that is it. You will drop one small bead, one big bead, and you will cross with one small bead. If you count the total number of Caribbean bead that we have, it should be 10 now. 10. Now to start the second layer, you are going to drop one big bead, one small bead into the left fishing line, and you are going to cross with one Caribbean bead, and that is it. Then you pass your fishing line into the next bead, into the next ice break bead, next small bead. That is it. You are going to drop one small bead into the left fishing line and one small bead into the right fishing line. Here my fishing line is small, so I'm going to tie it. Instead of interlocking, I'm going to tie it. Make sure to pull your work well when tying. Pull it well. Use your teeth to hold one of the fishing line and your hand to hold one. Then you drag it well. You drag it well so as to secure the tying. Make sure to drag it well, and that is it. The next thing to do is to cut the fishing line after tying. After cutting the fishing line, you will now use your lighter or spark to burn the excess fishing line. Be careful with it so as not to be burning your bead. You have to be extra careful so that you won't be burning your bead. Don't stay too long on it so as not to be burning your bead. And that is it. Your work should be as neat as this. Now let's cut another fishing line, pass it into the next small bead and the Caribbean bead that we worked with earlier. And that is it. Now you are going to drop one small bead into the left fishing line, and you are going to use one Caribbean bead to interlock. That is it. You pull it down, then pass the fishing line that is in your right hand side to the next bead, drop one small bead into the left fishing line, and you are going to cross with one Caribbean bead. You are going to interlock with one Caribbean bead. After interlocking, you are going to pull your work down. Don't forget to pull it well so as to make your work sturdy and firm. Then you pass your fishing line in the right hand side to the next bead. You will drop one small bead into the left fishing line, and you are going to cross with one bead, one Caribbean bead. You pull your work down. The next thing to do is to pass into the next small bead again. You pass the right fishing line to the next small bead. Then you pick one small bead into the left fishing line and cross with one big bead or one Caribbean bead. You pull it down after crossing. Then you will pass your fishing line into the next bead again, next small bead again. Then you drop one small bead into the left fishing line and cross or interlock with one big or Caribbean bead. After doing that, you are going to drag your work down, pull it down, and pass the fishing line in your right hand side to the next small bead. After that, you are going to drop one small bead into the left fishing line and cross with one Caribbean bead. You are going to interlock with Caribbean bead. Then you pass your fishing line into the last small bead, your right fishing line into the last small bead. Now we are going to end this layer. To end the layer, you are going to work with the same fishing line that you passed, our right fishing line. You will drop one Caribbean bead and you are going to interlock with small bead. This time around, you are interlocking with small bead and not with big bead as we are doing before. And this is what we are going to get. Now we are going to flip our work. We are going to turn it. I've turned my own work, and I'll be working with the fishing line that is in my left hand side. I'll drop one big bead, one small bead, and I will interlock with one big bead. And this is what I've got. This is it. Now I'll pass my right fishing line to the next bead, to the next small bead. Then I'll drop one small bead into the left fishing line and cross with one big bead. And this is what you are going to get after pulling it down. You are going to pass the right fishing line into the next bead again. Drop one small bead into the left fishing line and cross with one big bead. And that is it. The next thing to do is to pass your fishing line to the next small bead, and you are going to continue like that till when you will get to the last small bead. That is how you are going to continue till you get to the last small bead. Don't forget to be pulling your work well. My fishing line is small here, and to secure that, you are going to drop your bead, and instead of interlocking, you are going to tie instead. See what I'm doing here. The two beads are on one fishing line, then I'm tying my work here. Make sure to tie your work well. Drag it well, pull it well so that it will be firm and burn the excess fishing line. To continue, I'll cut a new fishing line and pass into the small bead and last big bead, last Caribbean bead. And that is it. My left fishing line is inside the big bead, while my small fishing line is inside my right fishing line is inside the small bead. Drop one small bead into the left fishing line and interlock with one big bead. Make sure to pull it well. And now you are going to pass your right fishing line into the last small bead. Don't forget, we are going to end this layer here, and to end the layer we are going to drop our big bead into the right fishing line and cross with small bead. Now you pull your work down and we are done with the third layer. That is the third layer. We are done. We will flip our work. We are going to turn our work, and after turning our work, what to do is to drop one big bead into the left fishing line, drop another small bead, and you are going to interlock with big bead. Don't forget, drop one big bead, small bead, and interlock with one big bead. Pull your work down. Make sure to always pull your work well so that your work will be firm. Then pass your right fishing line to the next small bead. Drop one small bead into the left fishing line and cross with one big bead. Cross with one Caribbean bead. Pull it down. Then the next thing to do is to pass your fishing line again. I tied that part, so it's kind of difficult to pass. So I'm trying to do that. And after doing that, you will drop your fishing line and you continue like that till you get to the last part. This is the last part. You continue what we've been doing. To make this last part, don't forget, we are going to drop one big bead into the right fishing line and one small bead into the left fishing line. This is where we are going to end our work. So instead of us to interlock, we are just going to tie our work. I've dropped the two bead into the right fishing line, and right now I'm tying my work. I'm no more interlocking because this is where I'm ending my work. So I'm no more interlocking. I will just tie and cut the excess fishing line. Don't forget, make sure to tie your work well. You can use your teeth to hold one fishing line. Use your hand to hold one and drag it well. Pull it well so that your tying part will not be losing. Please make sure to do that well. And this is what we've got. We have 4 layers now. 4 layers. I'm tying my work again, as you can see. Then after tying, I will cut the fishing line and I'm going to burn the excess. I'm doing this because I'm using the beads I'm using as bigger holes. So if I said I should be passing my fishing line to the beads, I don't think my work will be neat enough. That is why I'm burning my fishing line instead. So this is what I've got. We have 4 layers. Then we are going to fold our work. We're going to fold it so that we can have 2 layers in one side and 2 layers in another side. To continue, cut a small fishing line, pass it into the Caribbean bead in the second layer and also the Caribbean bead in the third layer, as I'm doing here. Sorry, my work is not showing well. So my fishing line is now in the second layer Caribbean bead and the third layer Caribbean bead. Then I'm going to interlock with one Caribbean bead. This is what I've got. Check it. The camera is not showing well, I'm sorry. Then you are going to pass your right fishing line into the next Caribbean bead and the left fishing line too into the next Caribbean bead, as I'm doing here. Then this time around we are crossing with one small bead, one ice break bead instead. Then we are going to tie our work. Sorry, we are not interlocking. We are dropping then tying because this is the last part. We'll drop and tie our work. We'll drop the bead and tie our work, and that's what we've got. We are going to repeat the same thing here. We'll pass our fishing line to the second layer Caribbean bead and the third layer Caribbean bead. It's not still showing again. I'm sorry, I did not film it well. Then we are going to interlock with one Caribbean bead. After interlocking with one Caribbean bead, so after interlocking, we are going to pull our work down. We'll pull it well, drag the fishing line well so that it will be firm, and pass the fishing line, the right fishing line, to the next Caribbean bead, the left fishing line into the next Caribbean bead. We will pick a small bead now. We are not going to interlock, but we are going to drop it into one of the fishing line. Then we are going to tie it. I dropped mine into the left fishing line. Then I'm tying it. Tie well. Now we want to make the handle. To make the handle, you cut a fishing line, let's say fishing line of 15 inches. Then you are going to pass it into the last small bead that we dropped. Then you bring the two mouth of the fishing line together. You will drop a small bead. I'm dropping 2, 3, that's 3, then the fourth one. Now I'll bring big bead, small bead, and another big bead, then small bead at this time. You drag it down, another big bead. After this, we are going to drop 4 small bead again. I'm trying to know if it is complete like this, if my work will be okay. Then we have 3 more small bead to drop. Now I've dropped 3 more small bead. Then we are going to pass one of the fishing line into this small bead here. After passing small bead from one of the side of the bead, then we are going to tie our work. We are going to tie it well. Please make sure to always tie your work well. Drag your work well. Tie it well. Let your work be neat. So this is all for today, guys. This is what we got. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you like to see next on here. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.